Chicago Bears had a pretty big question mark at center with the guy they just signed last offseason retiring, putting them in a really tough situation where maybe they had to come out here and spend a lot of money on a guy like Tyler Lindenbaum, who was going to just earn the biggest contract on the market. But no, little did we know they had a target in mind. Garrett Bradbury, the former New England Patriots center from last season. Now listen, this guy is not a Drew Dahlman. He's not the best center in the world, but he does have a lot of experience under center, and I think makes a good, at the very least, backup, okay? If you need him to be a starter, I think you're getting yourself a solid starter. I think, obviously, offensive line and tackle is going to be a big need for them offseason. Keep in mind, Taylor Decker was just released from the Detroit Lions, who was under Ben Johnson in Detroit, could be a Chicago Bear. Keep that in mind. Alongside Joe Thuney, damn, okay? But Garrett Bradbury, I wanted to kind of break down some of the film from his season and show you what the Bears are getting. So before we dive into that, do me a big time favor, guys. Hit the like button if you want a part 2 and comment down below a letter grade. I'm going to just give this a B- just because I don't think they wanted to go out and make Tyler Linderbaum the highest paid player in this free agency. So adding a guy like Garrett Bradbury is not bad. It's not bad, okay? So let's talk about it. So let's dive into it. The one thing about Garrett Bradbury that I do like, especially for the Chicago Bears team, is he's a better pass protector than he is a run protector, if I'm being completely honest with you. But in New England, he was alongside a rookie left guard in Jared Wilson and also a rookie left tackle with Will Campbell. So obviously, the struggles are going to come. There's going to be struggles. There's going to be miscommunications. There's going to be timing issues with some of these rookies. Going over to Chicago, he's going to be paired up with a Joe Thuney and a potential really good left tackle if they do actually go for a Taylor Decker or someone like that. But again, Garrett Bradbury in pass protection is actually a pretty damn good player. In run protection or run blocking, that's where things get a little bit dicey for Garrett Bradbury. Now, I'm going to show you the stats. Don't panic, okay? Last season, he graded as the 23rd best center in football when it came to pass protecting. Not terrible. And again, this is PFF, so don't take everything, or I guess you should say, take everything with a grain of salt. Now, run blocking, he was one of the worst centers in football. Take that as you may. And let's actually go back to 2024. Things were completely opposite, okay? He was actually the 13th best run blocking center in football in 2024 and was the 40th worst pass blocking center in football. So he does have potential to be really good at both. You just got to get it out of him. And I do think a lot of that comes down to who you surround him with. So obviously here you got Joe Thuney, you got Jonah Jackson, who can kind of play all around the offensive line, and then you got Darnell Wright. So you kind of put him in here. It still gives you flexibility where you could go draft a young one and see what he gives you over the next few years. Also, if you get that left tackle or one of these guys pan out, whether it's Theo, Ozzie, or Karan, I mean, one of those guys, if they pan out, you could have a really damn good offensive line here. So, listen, I do think he is entering a better offensive line situation here in Chicago, which ultimately could just make him a better player overall. On this play, they're going to be in a 5-man scat protection where they're going to slide their offensive line to the right with man-to-man to the left side. You're going to see him help out with 71, then 71's going to kind of move over. He's going to chip, move over, passing to Garrett Bradbury, and he does a pretty good job just maintaining inside leverage and not allowing any separation at all to the big interior lineman. Again, I like him a lot more in pass protection, at least from this past season with the New England Patriots. But again, what's crazy about Garrett Bradbury is if he puts it together, dude, he could be a dynamic freak at center. Again, it's going to come down to who they surround him with. They already have good pieces. So I really like the move here. I really like, because now, think about it. You have a center that you traded for. You can now go put your money in another spot that you really need to. Maybe a linebacker. Maybe your DB room. Maybe to re-sign a Sean Wright. Maybe Jaquan Brisker, bring him back if you want to, or go sign a strong safety out there. There are some holes in this team that you're going to need to fill, and maybe they just go get another center. I don't know. I doubt it at this point. I think they gave a 5th round draft pick for him, which is not bad. Wait, yeah, 5th round draft pick in 2027. So it's not like they gave up anything crazy either. I like it, man. I like it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Subscribe, join the family. Watch one more clip. This is one of my favorite plays actually in the running game. So we're going to pull Jarrett Wilson out. We're going to get a little bit of a misdirection here to the right side with Travion Henderson. You're going to see Garrett Bradbury kind of reach the first level and then get to the second level of the defense. And he is ultimately the one that really creates a massive lane for Travion Henderson. So again, look, he gets one arm here, helps out with 59, getting into position. From there, immediately gets to the second level linebacker. I mean, this is perfectly executed. Look at this. Beautiful job, maintains leverage the entire time, and Travion Henderson ends up getting a touchdown on this play, 52 yards. Garrett Bradbury, massive help. Again, if he can put it together in the right situation, Ben Johnson's offense could be perfect. He is going to become probably a top 10 run blocking and a top 10 pass blocking center in the in the league. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.